this is someone who is not a stranger to us by any measure. Mrs. Sharon Goldwyn has been here time and time again, and she's back this time to thank us for some of the tzedakah and chesed work that we did last spring. I'm going to let her explain, because sixth graders, I'm not sure you know who she is, although I'm sure many of you recognize her from the neighborhood and from shul. I'm going to let her tell you who she is, and she'll give a little preview of also what's coming up this spring after Pesach. Mrs. Goldwyn, are you ready?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm very proud to be here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sharon Goldwyn. I live here in Great Neck. I go to the shul here. In fact, I'm a graduate of the North Shore Hebrew Academy. So I'm here today as a director of the New York region of ShaareiTzedek Medical Center. And most of you know ShaareiTzedek is located in the center of Yerushalayim. And I came here really to thank all of the middle school from last year who participated in the walkathon. And because of your help, we were able to dedicate an emergency patient stretcher in the Matloff Family Disaster and Emergency Response Center, which is underneath the hospital. So I just want to tell you what that means, for those of you who don't know. As I explained to some of you in the 7th and 8th grade, the hospital has 10 floors, but 3 of those floors were built underground. And they were built underground for obvious reasons, which I'm sure many of you can tell me why. Why were they built underground? Yes? Bomb shelter. What else? Right. Well, they were built underground, so in time of need, if there's any type of an attack in Israel, whatever the attack might be, that we can take all the patients from the top floors and move them to the bottom 3 floors. But because the government feels that we really have to even come up with another good idea, the government has told us that we have to build a special emergency floor underneath those 3 floors. And because of that, we are building now and finishing the Matloff Family Disaster and Emergency Center. That floor, which is all the way underneath the hospital, will have an additional a couple of hundred more beds in case of emergency. And believe it or not, the first patients that are going to be brought down, who do you think they will be? Let me see. Who do you think they'll be? The first patients, yes.
People who are injured in the fire.
It could be the people if there's a fire, but the #1 priority in the hospital are the children. All of the children will be brought down, God forbid there is a problem, to this underground level. And because of that, this level has to be finished even before the children's hospital that we are building. That's why this particular item that you dedicated, the emergency patient stretcher, is going to be one stretcher of many stretchers in that hospital. And we're very grateful for every stretcher that we receive so that we can complete the emergency area. And I wanted to say that I want to thank a lot of people who have come to visit. Sometimes you've come with your family just because you were in Israel and you've given out teddy bears to the kids in the hospital. Sometimes you've come because it's your bar bat mitzvah. And in fact, Rabbi Jensen was there this summer, and he had a terrific visit, which I'm sure that he can tell you about. So I want to thank him as well. So if any of you might be coming to Israel, please have your family call me. I'll be happy to make a special private visit so that you can see what's going on, and you yourself can visit some of the children that are there and give out teddy bears to them and make them feel good. I just want to see how many, I know there was a whole group last year, so raise your hand if you participated last year in the walkathon. And I know that there are some of you that were the chesed. I want to thank the 6th grade chesed, which is now, of course, the 7th grade girls. So I thank you very much for really leading the charge. And I hope that this year in the springtime, when we do have a walkathon, that the 8th, the 7th, and the 6th grade will all participate. And at that time, we will choose the most important thing for the hospital, whatever it is. I always wait and I ask them what their need is, because there's always one piece of equipment that they really need. So thank you very, very much, and I'd like to present this to the North Shore Hebrew Academy. It reads, Emergency Patient Stretcher, Matloff Family Disaster and Emergency Response Center, with special thanks to the middle school students of the North Shore Hebrew Academy for their outstanding efforts in the walkathon May 2nd, 2010. Thank you very much.